Welcome to the New Testament Closer Walk podcast from Walk Thru the Bible. This podcast is a daily adventure that will guide you on a life-changing journey through the New Testament in 1 year. Join us every day as we listen through the entire New Testament, along with a short devotional and thoughts from great Christian leaders of the past that will help bring the New Testament alive for you today. It's a closer walk with Jesus through God's Word. For more free resources, including a daily worship from the Heart text, go to walkthru.org/ntpod.
The blessing that comes on the path of obedience. Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. James 1:22. The casual reader of the adventures of Tom Sawyer might conclude that the boy had a severe hearing problem, for if he had heard Aunt Polly calling, surely he would have responded, wouldn't he? But the problem is that Tom did hear and respond, though not in the way his Aunt Polly would have liked. John Henry Jowett explores James's teaching that to hear and not to do is simply not to hear. Walk with John. Henry Jowett, an English pastor who served on both sides of the Atlantic in the late 1800s to 1900s. When we hear the word, but do not do it, there has been a defect in our hearing. We may listen to the word for mere entertainment, or we may attach a virtue to the mere act of listening to the word. We may assume that some magical power belongs to the mere reading of the word. All this is perverse and delusive, for no listening is healthy which is not mentally referred to obedience. We are to listen with a view to obedience, with our eyes upon the very road where the obedient feet will travel. That is to say, we are to listen with purpose, as though we were ambassadors receiving instructions from the king concerning some momentous mission. Doing makes a new thing of hearing. The statute obeyed becomes a song. The commandment is found to be a beatitude. The decree discloses riches of grace. The hidden things of God are not discovered until we are treading the path of obedience. Today's New Testament reading is James, chapter 1, verses 19 through 27.
My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. Therefore get rid of all moral filth and the evil that is so prevalent, and humbly accept the word planted in you, which can save you. Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is like someone who looks at his face in a mirror, and after looking at himself, goes away and immediately forgets what he looks like. But whoever looks intently into the perfect law that gives freedom and continues in it, not forgetting what they have heard, but doing it, they will be blessed in what they do. Those who consider themselves religious and yet do not keep a tight rein on their tongues deceive themselves, and their religion is worthless. Religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world.
Someone can offer many excuses for hearing, but not obeying the king's command. I didn't pay attention to it. I heard it, but I didn't believe it. I forgot. In each case, that person lost sight of his marching orders, to represent the king by responding to his commands. Will you tune your ears and actions to the one who speaks words of life?
Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single episode as we take a closer walk through the New Testament in 1 year. For more free resources, including a daily worship from the Heart text, go to walkthru.org/ntpod. That's walkthru.org/ntpod. Walk through the Bible. Take a walk, change the world.